What is happening, sports fans? It is your main man, Matt, from the DFS 5-pack, rocking it solo Sunday, August 9th. I made this video last night, guys, but unfortunately, I brought up Joe Musgrove, who is no longer pitching today. I brought up Giancarlo Stanton, who has been placed on the IL. And I brought up Ryan O'Hearn, who is probably not going to play today either. So I figured I should probably make a new video considering basically none of the players I talked about are going to play today. So with that being said, let's jump in. We'll go fast and furious here. Love these Sunday slates. And let's dive in, guys. Oh, before I begin, as you guys already know, if you have already, go check out overlaydfs.com today. Amazing contest over there. The jackpot for NBA will be back up when the playoffs start. In the meantime, they've got really good NBA contests, MLB contests, excuse me. They've got the Pick 5 NBA. Really good chance to make some money, and you can't beat it. All righty, let's look ahead to this DK slate for Sunday for today, August 9th. Pretty pissed that Joe Musgrove's not pitching, but what can you do? We're all working with the same playing field. I still like Jacob deGrom a lot. Surprise, surprise. Nothing has changed there. But without like a really cheap SB2 I love, figure I'd go off the beaten path and do a little bit of a different breakdown here because we all know deGrom is in play. But another pitcher I like a lot today is going to be my boy Brandon Woodruff. So if you guys remember a couple starts ago, I was pretty high on Woodruff going into Pittsburgh. Ended up dominating the Pirates there to the tune of 37 DK points. The Reds are a much more formidable opponent. I don't expect him to go out here and just cut down the Reds like he did the Pirates. But this is a big game for Milwaukee. I like Woodruff in this stopper type role. He's very affordable at 8,200. It's not the greatest matchup on paper for Woodruff, but the Reds lineup isn't looking amazing right now. You've seen it the past couple of days. They're still missing Mike Moustakas. Interested to see how they change it up with a righty on the hill today, but I'm not scared of their lineup right now. And while I don't think Woodruff is a must, I like his upside here. I think he's a interesting way to go. You can look at him in all formats. GPP preferred for me because, you know, you obviously want to look at deGrom as your number one, and getting deGrom with Woodruff is going to be difficult. Not impossible, but difficult. So I like him a lot as either an SB2 or an SB1, you know, in trying to load up on bats. All right, speaking of bats, if you want to roster a Woodruff and deGrom, a way that you can make that happen is by going to some Detroit pieces. So Detroit in general is not very good, but they're playing well right now. A couple of their guys are really hot, namely Heimer Candelario is scorching right now. You can see double digits in 3 out of 4 in his past 3 games started. Homered in the first inning last night. You can see he's seeing the ball really well right now. 6 for his last 11. Just locked in. He's 2,500. He'll be hitting in the middle of this Detroit lineup. Steven Peralt is pitching for Pittsburgh now. An even better matchup for the Tigers. A lot to like about Candelario at 2,500, excuse me. Even if you don't want to stack Detroit, he's a solid filler piece in all formats. Moving on down to some outfielders. I brought up Verdugo yesterday, and nothing is going to change today. He was not good last night, but I assume he'll be right back in the leadoff spot for the Red Sox against Matt Shoemaker. This is a cash game lock, a guy that in tournaments I have no problem just, you know, rolling with at his $3,300 price tag. I'm a Verdugo fan. He's much better than this price tag implies. You know, the key piece of the Mookie Betts deal. Again, sitting atop this Red Sox lineup at 3,300, you know what to do. All right. Next, we got Brett Gardner. So I brought up Giancarlo Stanton yesterday. When I brought up Stanton, I was going back and forth between Gardner and Stanton. So no skin off my back, no sweat off my back that Stanton's out here. Just have to make a new video. And we'll pivot to Gardner, who in his own right has hit Charlie Morton really well. 8 for 20 with 5 extra base hits. You know, hitting 400 off the Tampa righty. And I've watched a bunch of Gardner's at-bats recently. He just looks good. He was really off at the beginning of the season. He looks a lot better. He'll be hitting at the bottom of this Yankees lineup. I don't think he'll get any love at all. People hate going to the bottom of orders. And while I don't want to stack the Yankees against Charlie Morton here, the Yankees are just really good. So I never mind getting a piece or two in New York. Gardner fits that bill here. Very affordable at 3,600. Great numbers against Morton and looks good right now. A lot to like here. Last but not least, sticking in the outfield, it's going to be our boy Byron Buxton. So this guy is red hot right now. For those of you who haven't been rostering the Twins, he sits in the bottom of their lineup, so you might not know it, but home runs in 3 straight games. He just looks good right now. I think Minnesota is definitely play against Brady Singer today. There's a lot of, again, we have pitchers that you don't necessarily want to use, but you don't necessarily want to use their offenses against them. Singer versus Minnesota fits that bill. I have more interest in the Minnesota bats, and Buxton is just red hot right now. Even though they lost yesterday, Minnesota still had a pretty good day at the plate, scoring 6 runs. A big part of that was Buxton with a 3-run bomb, added another RBI single later in the game. He's very, very affordable at 3,400. He's got big-time speed, power, upside. This is a guy that usually I wouldn't like to play him in cash games, especially sitting at the bottom of the lineup. I don't mind it here, though, at this price point, especially if you like Minnesota a lot. Ideally, he'll be hitting, leadoff today, and it'll be a lock everywhere, but I don't expect that. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. That is what I got for you guys today. Short and sweet. Sunday morning, wanted to get it out. It sucks that I made this video last night and had to come back on here and do it again today, but such is life. Could be doing a lot worse things, and I will not complain because no one wants to hear it. Thanks again, guys. If you want more content, more videos, more write-ups, more me, more Ryan, go check out the DFS5pack.com today. Thanks, guys.